Gotta admit, this is pretty good salvage out here.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We are heading back to base finally. We've pretty much done every side quest that we have up, or that I've been able to find between here and Demeter. So now we can head back and... Hello Jelly Duck! Welcome! Welcome in. Yes. We are returning Demeter to base. This is the furthest in the story I've ever been. And then I think we're going to go back No Man's Land way and wrap up the side quests that I know are over there. Also, wait. There's that dry urn on the way back, isn't there? Where's that one? Still sounds complete. There's the dry urn on this side. Can't remember. Oh, actually, easily one way to find out. Yeah, we have that one, we have that one, and the Restless Wield. Oh, right, because two of them I had left undone in No Man's Land, and then this one I'm pretty sure is on this side. Yeah, pretty close to base, too. So we'll knock this one out, because I've never actually done this one before. And then get Demeter back to where she needs to be. Really? Okay. Trees! The bushes! Oh god. Ouch. Enough of your fiery posturing. Okay, I need to get serious. Ahoy, Mr. Drew! Yes, we are back. We have a game plan. And we keep getting deafened by birds. Stupid birds. Look! Really? Bloody bushes! That got me out of trouble! There we go. Nice little action-packed start there. Yes, we have no fast travel packs, so doing it all on foot. Or do we have the aid of a Noble Steed 2.0. I don't think... Oh! Noble Steed! Oh, we have not missed you. But you get us where we need to go faster, so that's something that makes us happy. Still don't have the means to get this tall neck. Which is a little unfortunate, but... Noble Steed, I am about to abandon you for some mountaineering. We shall meet again, maybe never! Alright. Ah, yes, we are closing in. At this rate, we should be on top of the dry urine before we get to the opening. And I can finally use the frickin' destroy blue flowers stuff to get through it. There's even stuff in the Daunt that I can get now that we weren't able to get before because of that. Hello? You missed! Hello. Whoop! Alright. It's enough out of you.
I'm not giving up.
Slowly picking it apart with arrows. That's how we do. collect all the parts. Oh, really? Right. Taking care of all the business.
Light doesn't smell any better than it looks.
I don't know, it looks quite pretty, I'd say. Hush! Oh, hi!
Down it goes.
Hello!
There's a glide in.
Take that, thank you. Oh, an ex-rebel base. I remember clearing that one out. That was a while ago. Here we are. Now we can finally get in here.
An old world ruin built into the cliff. Wonder what's inside. There's some kind of tunnel. I should take a look around.
Uh-huh.
A crate.
Great. Yeah. That's what I thought. Can we use the crate to reach that, or do we reach it some other way?
What does this do? I'm surprised this thing works.
Oh.
After all this time. Uh-oh. Door's closing.
We'll figure that out eventually. we can use that crate to get that green shine.
Maybe it can still move. Well, the door's closed. So now I'm locked in. Let's hope there's a way out. Okay, now what to do with you?
Aha! There's a lot we can do in here. Ah, new content. This is exciting. I enjoy it. Minecart's still stuck, huh? Oh, it's stuck on. Oh, it's like half buried, I see.
This could be useful.
This game sometimes, man. Here we are.
Door's locked. Looks like it needs a key module.
Because of course it does. Okay. Aha! Whoop! What the hell is this?
I
Uncharted?
expect everything to hold up in this place, I guess. How am I gonna get up there now?
Like this. Hey!
A key module. I'll find a use for you. I think I have what I need to open this door. There.
Oh ho! It's our way back through to the other side.
What's in here?
Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
Yep, no way back up. Because it won't let me stand or jump in this vent. So we keep going. Oh, nice. Is this where the green shine was? No. We're back out here.
huh. Looks like I'm back on the other side of the big door.
No, we won't be able to...
I'll give up the hunt soon enough.
I don't think we'll be able to. Can we move this crate out of... No, I didn't think so. further on that side. It's only green shine. So now we're back on this side. So we have way back in, but we want to be on the other side. We want to find a way out through there. Oh my god. Aloy. So the only way back through is this way.
Now's my chance.
Oh.
Find a way to reach the relic, but how?
I got it now.
Gotta hurry to get to the other side.
There we go. Just had to do some quick thinking and quick climbing. All right. Ooh, Halloween.
I wonder what kind of lights this one will show. Better make a trip to see Stummer.
Eventually, when we find all the rest.
I could look around more before I head out. See what else I can find.
I have no idea how to get that green shine. I'm not going to waste time trying. It's already late.
Well, don't have to worry about running out.
Let's get back to the base. We're very close anyway. Nope, don't care. Don't care right now. I'm on a mission, and that mission is to see stuff that I have not yet seen in this game. Before I go back to doing the remainder of what little remains of the stuff that I have seen in this game.
Quicker.
Fine. feel like a poacher just taking the tusks. Ooh, green shine. Hello?
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
What do you have for me today? You've had good stuff for us.
The caravan down south is settling in nicely in our territory, bringing in all kinds of supplies from no man's land.
Good.
They'd better hope our commander doesn't decide to supply them with a swift death instead.
I'm sure there's more important things on your commander's mind.
Broken Lock's new errand.
I should
Stay
check
alert,
up on
soldier.
Horgriff and his crew. See what they're up to.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
Nora Sentinel. Nora Valiant. That's the outfit that I've been looking for.
Practical selection.
All right, we have to take the overlay off. Where is it? Remove look. There it is. There we go. I don't know if I'll find a different outfit between now and the end. I really, really like this one. Thank you. All right.
Are you looking to buy?
No, I'm looking to get to our base. Actually. I've never actually done that quest before, but we can wait on that, I think, actually, because we're right here. Let's turn this into Gaia.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look funny?
Funny how?
Yeah, they're close. They're weird. They're so tight.
For once, I'd have to agree. I'd rip those things to shreds in a fight.
Guess they didn't move around as much.
Very, very cute. There. Now override snap mods. Just have those 4 left on the list. Let's see how the crew's holding up.
looks like you got what you wanted.
Yeah. It's almost time to go after Hephaestus.
Finally. We get to rock and roll. Yeah, at least that's how the old one said it, I think.
Close enough, Erend.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time. What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Morland guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tanakh clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Definitely,
His
but
crew
maybe
knows how
the
to handle
Tanakh will
themselves.
like it.
Mostly.
Right.
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not
As
for
we can
eating,
see.
apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
Well, take
I should
care.
get going.
I say hi to Gaia for me.
Let's check on the lovebirds.
Aloy, is that what I think it is?
Just need to merge it with Gaia, and she'll have enough power to handle Hephaestus.
Good news. So, what can I do for you?
I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Well, before Zoe found a way to fix the land gods, I suggested that when Gaia was fully restored, she could just make new ones.
Oh,
Once we get Hephaestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines.
yeah.
True, of course. And the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Yeah. Getting relationship advice from Aloy might not be, or picking up on relationship cues from Aloy, I should say, because she didn't really give any advice, but might not be the best thing.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
They have
What makes you
stuffed
think I know
animals?
anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
They could have. They have stuffed animals? Really? Like, either that was lazy writing or there's something I've missed.
Better get this to Gaia.
You did it, Aloy.
Let's hold off on the ale till it's over and done with.
I'll let Aaron know.
Wow, actually, now that Aaron's pointed out, yeah, that's a lot more plants. Zoe really kind of is the second in command of this crew.
I'm telling.
Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
Okay, that was cute. That makes up for the teddy bear line.
Varl looks pretty focused.
He's been obsessing over the data revealed to us by Poseidon. Just the other day, we read about mountains hiding deep underwater that spew fire. If I understand correctly, Gaia said the flames they release come from the very center of the earth. Like a heart, beating with the life of the world.
Pretty much.
As always, the cycle can be found in even the most unlikely of places. Of course, Varl's mostly interested in watching explosions happen underwater.
That is also pretty cool, not gonna lie.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike? I'm the one who gave it to him. I was
Why?
hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal. No such luck.
What you got against death metal, Zoe? I get it. You're more one of those people who likes to wake up with a cup of jet black coffee and Return to Innocence by Enigma. That's where Zoe's at.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Any changes in here? Nope. Right. Where's... Wait. Why does Varl now have something new to say?
The old ones put blades on their feet and
Danced on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Yes to all of that.
Want to talk?
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
No, that
I
was
suffered
fast.
through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face?
Really?
What if
Gave
an
me a whole
apology
new
is not
thing just
enough
because the
next time?
first line in that sequence
Give her a
changed?
stuffed animal?
You're the worst.
What makes you think I know any?
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
She did nearly kill
I
Aaron.
have to get going.
Don't let me get in your way.
Where the fuck's the downstairs? There it is. Should go see that brat. Do you have anything new to say?
Oh. Aloy. Hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. I'm fine. Because the last time we spoke about Tilda, you got pretty upset, so I... Forget it. Was there anything else? So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying Hephaestus? Have you been doing that? A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago. How so? It's mutating. Changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it. We'll find a way. If you say so.
Man. Yeah, we don't need to go into those again.
So have you been upstairs at all? Not really. Varl sometimes comes down here to talk. He keeps asking if I'm okay. I thought he only wanted to know about my productivity, but It's almost like he actually wants to talk to me. Yeah, I think he does. Have you talked with anyone else in the base?
I speak with Gaia. She asked me how I'm feeling and my opinion on various topics. I didn't expect that from an AI.
That's all thanks to Elizabeth. She believed Gaia had to care, not just follow her programming orders.
I know. Independent emotional processing enabled the previous version of Gaia to create you, after all.
Yeah. I guess so. So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora, then.
Oof. The awkwardness between those two, but then again, like...
It's time for me to go. I'll check on you later.
Beta is
Sure.
going to be awkward because of the way that she was created and effectively brought up for reasons, but still didn't make her any less annoying to deal with. Where the heck's Katalo in all this? Nothing new in my room. Cool. Ah, there's Katalo.
Are you sure that's what the data says?
I'm telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it.
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
Oh, it's okay. You guys can teach yourselves about carbonation.
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
He does have a point.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Ever
Cool.
thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
Anything else you've been looking at with that focus?
Gaia showed me the knowledge you recovered out in the desert. I am no chaplain, but I'd be curious to test if something I read is true.
What is it?
The old ones believed one could hear the great waters, even in the middle of the desert, if you carried the carcass of a water animal with you. They called them seashells.
That's
Oh,
kind of gross.
that's really cute. That one was pretty damn cute.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tenakth history. It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants.
Very
Maybe
much like
you'd
Nora.
Like to hear about it as well.
Nora history,
when
I'm
our mission
assuming.
is done.
I'd be honored.
All right, now to
I'll
go
let you
talk
get
to
back your
Gaia.
training.
And so will I.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
Okay, data module's in.
Cool. Only 2 left to find.
I like this one.
There we are.
With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
Really?
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend,
What?
Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Alva said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go.
The Quen. That was the name of the other group.
I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
Understood.
Well, that's good to know.
Hey, Gaia. I'm back.
So I see what is on your mind.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus. With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini. There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence, until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco. So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated.
Good.
These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Faro's Omega clearance.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears
Cute.
perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, probably not a good
Yeah,
idea.
No thanks.
That is what I predicted.
Is Katalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of Old World warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
Well, good to know that everyone is doing their thing.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked. In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution. So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Lucky for us. Are the quakes still happening?
No, though they did also create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance.
Good.
You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that.
Speaking of which, I wonder if that's going to be picked up now.
There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of receding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
That's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then.
Very cool.
See you later, Gaia.
Until next time, Aloy. Excellent choice.
Ah, yep. Nope. Zoe is up. And then we have a new quest as well.
I'm quite certain that it's a unique situation.
I know that. But if there were two of me walking around...
I'd run for the hills and never look back.
Come on, I'm being serious.
So am I.
Very cute. Okay. At this point, though, I think I'm going to call it for the night. It's pretty late. I'm getting kind of tired. But we will be picking this back up again tomorrow. And I think before we head all the way west, we will be heading back out to No Man's Land to finish up some stuff there before breaking back out west. So join us for that. Thank you for everyone who joined us tonight. You have a good night too, Mr. Drew, and we'll see y'all in the next stream. Take care.